Hey, you know you're not supposed to clap those together inside, right?
Oh yeah? Well, watch this.
Bass is a name shared by many different species of fish. The term encompasses both freshwater and marine species. They're found all over the world, but the bigmouth bass is found mostly in the United States. My ex-girlfriend was a bigmouth bass, if you catch my drift. She wouldn't stop complaining about all the fishing I do. Anyway, if you're out fishing and you want to be the envy of all your dad's friends, I strongly would recommend using a crankbait with a monofilament line as opposed to an EWG with a simple braided line.
Welcome to Live on Tape. I'm Julie and this is Andy, and here are this week's top-ish stories.
11 states have sued over the Obama administration's transgender directive. They're asking bathrooms to instead be designated as guns or no guns.
Aspiring African Rachel Dolezal has signed with publisher Ben Bella Books to write a book on race and racial identity. Despite projections for poor sales, the book will identify as a New York Times bestseller.
It was recently announced that Germany plans to legalize recreational marijuana by the year 2017, thus ending the phrase German efficiency.
After a series of heavy rainfall, Paris is on a high alert for more severe flooding. Officials are concerned already 16 Parisians have accidentally bathed.
A new study shows that students who run after studying retain the material better. Honestly, I think I'd rather fail the exam.
After multiple false starts, Shanghai Disneyland reopens this week. A key difference between that and the original is the number of characters, such as Snow White dwarfs, that make an appearance. Only Sleepy will make an appearance due to China's strict one dwarf policy.
Drake was named Spotify's most streamed artist for 2016 with his song One Dance, the most played song of the year, which serves as more proof that 2016 was indeed the whitest year in recorded history.
U.S.-based Princess Cruise Lines is facing $40 million fines for dumping oily waste while in port. I think they're getting the short end of the stick. My drunk uncle only got a $100 fine when he got caught taking a dump in the ocean.
New research this week discussed two lobes on Pluto that are referred to as Pluto's icy hearts by scientists, which is still two more hearts than my ex-girlfriend.
Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson has said he's considering a presidential run in 2020. Donald Trump, upon hearing this, has started hoarding printer paper.
A new study shows that sniffing like a dog can improve trace detections of explosives. Try telling that to my dog, who died by stepping on a landmine. Oh wait, you can't. She's dead. Thanks, science.
Road salt can change the sex ratios in frog populations. Research has found the number of female tadpoles in a population was reduced by 10% when exposed to road salt, suggesting that the salt has a masculinizing effect. This is why typically you don't see many women salting the roads during the winter months. They all turned into men.
News of former Cuban leader Fidel Castro's death rocked the world last week. Our president-elect Donald Trump reacted by condemning the tyrant who led a single-party state. I happen to agree with Trump on this one. I prefer states that can throw multiple parties at one time.
This week in Pretoria, South Africa, an entire apartment complex was terrorized by a giant 8-foot venomous cobra hiding in the plumbing system. Residents are said to be concerned and overall down in the dumps.
Chris Christie was recently dismissed from the Trump administration. I guess you can say that bridge has been burned for him.
Scientists have recently discovered the world's oldest animals, 500-year-old clams, that have given insight to the climate history of the oceans. In other news, clams are suing the scientists on the basis of false claims stating, 500? Please, I don't look a day over 346.
Earlier this week, a state college man reported to police that his cow was stolen in the night. Police said the cow was about to be sold to a butcher for about $2,000. However, police say they're unsure how the cow was moved.
Haven't I heard that somewhere?
No. Read the Daily Collegian Monday through Friday.
A prisoner in Alabama was put to death earlier this week, but stalled his death by coughing and heaving for 13 minutes into the execution. Despite the attempt, he ended up croaking anyways.
Donald Trump announced Friday that he would continue to be the executive producer of The Apprentice, a show which is on NBC. NBC, however, is owned by Comcast, the largest internet provider in the country, notorious for having bad customer service. This makes Trump a de facto Comcast employee. What this is really is Comcast playing the long con. Comcast's motto is, "The future is awesome," but what it should really be is, "The future is awesome if you are a rich white dude who lives on the top floor of a golden palace in Manhattan."
Alderman of the 21st Ward of the City of Chicago, Howard Brookins Jr., was attacked by a squirrel after publicly criticizing the squirrel's eating habits. He went on to accuse the squirrel of terrorism, stating that the attack was like a suicide bomb. Clearly, a man who spends his time criticizing squirrels has no idea what a suicide bomb actually is.
The creator of General Tso's chicken died the same week as inventor of the Big Mac, both at the age of 98. Meanwhile, anyone who eats their creations should be warned. You certainly will not make it to that age.
We're live on tape. Stay with us. We're live on tape. We're live on tape.
Are we done?
The what? Oh, the stock market? Yeah, the stock market's where you go to buy and trade stocks. My favorite is probably Apple flavored chicken stock, but there's also like beef stock, and the worst is by far vegetable stock. I heard the best place to go is Wall Street, but I prefer to buy stocks from my local businesses. It was awful when the stock market crashed. All the stalls fell over and the ground got all sticky and gross. So yeah.
Step 3, 99.
Okay, my friend Christian, or Chris, or Tian as he liked to be called, has spent the last 4 years in prison. He was charged with home invasion and vandalism. The governor's house never quite looked the same after that, and neither did the governor for that matter. Anyways, after he was found, he was put up on bail for $25,000. He had to do some crazy stuff to get that money. That's Christian Bales, I guess. He's gonna take a while to get out of prison, but that's alright with me.
In lieu of a regular interview today, we actually came to the K-pop dance practice, and we're going to dance with them and talk to them after. So let's get started. Let's do this.
One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. I'm like, oh.
here with the campus K-pop group, and I just tried to join them dancing. It didn't quite work out. That's all right. So can you guys introduce yourselves?
Hi, I'm Ted, and I'm the vice president of the Penn State K-pop Music and Dance Club. We just had elections, so not anymore. And we've been in this club for probably a year and a half now, and we started in November 2014.
When did the club start, actually?
2014, like we really picked up in the spring of 2015, and then we really formalized a lot of our organization in like last fall.
Well, did you guys kind of be into this sort of thing? What was the first, video or whatever you saw that attracted you to make K-pop special for you as opposed to other kinds of dance?
For me specifically, I ran it across a Korean song and I thought it was pretty neat. So I decided to learn the language, and that kind of led me to actually listen to more of K-pop. And as I started taking Korean classes on campus, it just kind of blended well together. So
cool.
So basically, it was a lot of I had to do a lot with my interests and also just my general interest in dancing. And here at Penn State, we have a very great K-pop interest. So I wanted to kind of bring a club on campus that would actually be able to provide people with that sort of resource for people to actually start talking about K-pop and get really involved in it.
Can I ask what the song was? The song that made you learn another language?
It would have to be Taeyang's I Need a Girl, which is like a very old song. If you guys look at it, it's pretty cool.
It's a classic.
Yeah.
A classic K-pop.
Yeah.
I'm not super familiar with it, but I really like Ladies Code.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
They're like a trio now, I think, right?
Yeah, they are. And
I don't know a lot about this, but
their most recent song, I think, was very interesting. The video was very, like, abstract, I think.
is it the one with the umbrellas, or like was it the Galaxy song?
It was the Galaxy, yeah.
So when can people come join you guys?
We meet every Saturdays in 133 White Building, 8 to 9, so be sure to come check us out. We have a Facebook group as well where we actually post all of our updates, so if you guys want to get involved, please be sure to check us out then too.
Any shows or competitions coming up? Anytime that people can just come watch you guys?
Yeah, I would say a good time to come watch us would be actually at our performance team practices on Fridays, and that's 7 to 9 p.m. in the Hub. It's the dance room that's 2 floors above Jamba Juice, and that's where we're practicing for performances. And next spring, look out for us. We'll probably be performing at Asian Spotlight and the Lantern Festival for the Chinese Student Association.
Favorite K-pop group?
I would have to say Big Bang.
Big Bang.
Yeah.
Favorite move?
I would say this one move from this song called Crazy by Homie. It's like, yeah.
I won't attempt that.
It's okay.
Use all my daily energy. Flailing next to that poor girl.
Well, you look like you were
It
putting
was
some
really fun
effort.
to dance, yeah. It's a very cute dance.
Yeah.
Okay. Stay with us live on tape. We'll be right back. Thanks, guys.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Pale is the color of my belly. Well, it's more of a shade, really. I wear shirts in the pool, so I'm like super pale. It's for a medical reason, which is gonna remain undisclosed. Not because I have a flabby tummy, which I don't. I mean that. Anyway, can you edit this footage to make me look a little more tan? Thanks. Any beach babes who want my number, it's 927-555-7823. And if you're like super attracted to me or whatever, go ahead and call that. Thanks.
Whoa. Maybe I shouldn't have done that.
Hey, you know you can't do that outside.
Oh yeah? Watch this.
Live at the time it was tape, but now you're playing the tape, so it's not